So welcome everyone to our first lounge chat, and we're welcoming Phuong Barraclough. So she is from Phuong Barraclough Consulting, and we're really happy to have her aboard with us. So we'll bring it. Thank you. Hello. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Sophie and Amanda.
We've just got some questions. We just want to get to know you a bit more and your business, and just get to know who you are. So I'll just start off with that. So who are you as a person? Any experiences that makes you who you are?
Okay, so my name's Phuong, which is a very common Vietnamese name, maiden name Nguyen, but I married a half Chinese, half Australian man, giving me the combination of Barraclough, which contrasts a little. But yeah, I'm basically a Wollongong girl, born back in the Port Kembla Hospital days, grown up in Wollongong all my life, went to Berkeley High, and but I do speak fluent Vietnamese and grew up very close to the Vietnamese community and my Vietnamese cultural background and traditions. And so basically wanted to go more into the education world as a PE teacher. I taught for 8 years, but after teaching, I went on into government work. And after working for the government for some number of years, I thought that there was, space to move into helping people with government procedures. So I've always been one to try new things and always give things a good go, my 100% whenever my mind's set on something. So I've always been one that's, always outdoors, loving sports and learning new things, meeting new people. That's just the type of person that I am. And so consulting just felt like a really natural move for me.
Awesome. And so what is your business?
So I help people. So basically I've always loved helping people, but it's like a more official way of helping people with becoming registered providers in the NDIS world. So the National Disability Insurance Scheme was rolled out by the government a few years ago, and basically people are given a budget or funding as clients or participants of the NDIS to use in services around the community to help them be live the best quality and standard of life that they can. So the part that I come in is service providers or businesses that want to work with these clients and participants but meet the government standards and compliance needs to become a registered provider, sometimes need a bit of help with that. And so that's where I step in and help them with that.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Very good. So you're basically talking about businesses. So who do you help? What type of businesses?
Okay, so my ideal client would probably be, because of my PE teaching background and my work with various fitness companies, I do have a lot of knowledge in the fitness health industry, and so a lot of my clients are gyms or fitness centers or personal trainers, people who are interested in the health and wellness space, physiotherapists, OTs and things, who want to work with NDIS clients that are agency or plan managed and they want to become registered providers. So they would approach me to do that registration process for them on their behalf so that they can concentrate on what they do best, and I help them with the behind the scenes of that process.
Sounds great.
Very cool.
Thank you.
So cool.
So our next question was, how are you different? But it's quite obvious. You're different because you care and you're genuinely there to hold your partner's hand. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So I feel like every client and every business that I work with, even some of them where, it's just like an advisory role because they're already working with NDIS clients and they're not necessarily ready to become a registered provider. They're already just working with clients privately in self-managed plans, for example. I can still help and support them in a very overwhelming market. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of, governance that's involved with the management of working with this very vulnerable and high needs population.
Awesome. Thank you for telling us a bit about your business, and we really get a bit informed about that, which is great. But we'd like to also know, why did you want to be a part of the Consortium Lounge?
Oh, look, the only reason I would say that I have a business is because of the Consortium Lounge. When I came out of working for the federal government, I thought the rest of my life would be just working for large organisations and companies and just being an employee for the rest of my life. But I was actually inspired by the community of the Consortium Lounge to just really just take a leap of faith and run my own business and be my own boss and really be able to call the shots on how it is that I can help people best with my skills. And the Consortium Lounge helped me with the steps of that. I enrolled in their Incubator Program, and with the, what was the official title Robert had?
It is the Incubator.
That's right, expert in residence. That's it.
Yeah,
I was like, there was a special title for it. So the expert in residence, Robert, basically held my hand the whole way through the incubator of how to set up a business. I had a client that I started with my pilot process, and now he's just thriving in the NDIS market. The incubator helped me set my business plan, my budget. I got advice from guest speakers they got into the incubator on to how to set up things that I had no idea about when it came to running a business. And I had those things basically, guided for me in such a experienced and knowledgeable way. And then also the social support of other freelancers and business owners, small business people who are just there cheering you along the way, especially on the days it was a little bit overwhelming.
Absolutely. We're really glad to hear that. And, you know, through the incubator, growing your business, I remember you doing your workshop on how it was like a little baby, it was just developing.
7 weeks old, I think. I did that presentation.
Gosh, it's like such a long time now, and
I know.
it's really great to see where you've come from there as well.
Thank you.
And we do love having you in the space, and that's why we want to continue having, you know, these connections and really just building on those relationships.
I know, and everyone here is just so supportive, like in a loving, accepting, non-judgmental way. And gosh, have I made mistakes? And everyone's just been like, yep, been there, done that. You're okay, keep going, you know?
Exactly, which is great. Everyone has their own personal growth and business growth, which does go hand in hand because you're the same person having to juggle both and family. So
that's
right. You do it so well. So
I know. It does help that my kids love it here too.
Oh, yeah, they're so sweet. We love them. They
are. They're in love with Marie. Caitlin just wants to be Marie when she grows up.
Well, good inspiration, because she does juggle a lot of things herself. So good to look up to.
So to finish up, we wanted to ask you, what is one fun fact about you that everybody should know?
Well, I am actually quite the Enneagram enthusiast. So if you don't know what the Enneagram is, you should check it out, because the Enneagram has really helped me grow personally in my self-development, but also in my career approach, my opportunities of the way I relate and interact and talk to people. But yeah, it's a bit of a let's say enthusiastic following of the Enneagram when you discover the world that is the Enneagram. So that's probably a little thing a lot of people don't know about me, because I don't shout out loud about it. But as soon as I hear someone mention it or talk about it, oh, I'm right over there.
Like, I'm there.
I'm there.
Well, we will follow this up with another video so that everyone can learn a little bit more about the Enneagram.
Oh, I'd love that.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us today,
Phuong.
Thank you for the chat. See ya.
See ya. Bye.